Hello, until now we've been writing our own functions and calling them, but there is a massive ecosystem out there of functions that have been written for you in JavaScript that you can tap into. And these are available through NPM, which stands for the Node Package Manager. I'm at the NPM website here, and let me just search for a particularly simple package called Capitalize. And we can see it here, and all it does is it provides a function called capitalize, which when you supply it with a string, it makes the first letter of the string uppercase. In order to use this, you need to have npm installed, and npm comes automatically when you install Node. So assuming you've got Node installed, let me show you how you go about using that library. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a new folder. I'll just call it terminal app, and I'll open that in VS Code, and I'll create a very simple JavaScript program, index.js. And for now I won't use that library. I'll just say const text equals, and I'll copy their example, United States, and then console.log text. That's all I'm going to do for now. I'll open up a terminal window, and I'll say node index.js, and we'll see that Node runs my JavaScript program and produces the text. So now let's go ahead and install that package and use it. In order to install packages, you need to have a file called package.json available. So I'll just create that, and to start with, I'll just make it completely empty. And now I can use the command npm install, and I follow that with the name of the package that I want, so capitalize. And it's installed it. It's updated the package.json file to tell us which version it's installed. And it's also created this new folder in the terminal app folder called node_modules. And in there, it's actually installed the package. And in fact, it's installed the JavaScript source code. So we can actually look, this is a function called capitalize, and we can read it and see what's going on. Now, in order to make use of that package, we need to import the function. And to start with, I'm just going to show you what's now sort of the old-fashioned way of doing that. I would say const capitalize equals require, and then the name of the package. And then I could call that function. I could say const result equals capitalize text. And then I could print the result out. So I could say console.log, text result. There we go. And with that, I can run the program again. And here we see that the first letter, I hope you can read this clearly, the first letter is now capitalized. So there is a sort of more modern syntax, what's called the S6 or ECMAScript 6 syntax for doing this import that we were using in previous lessons. So I certainly prefer this syntax. I would say import capitalize from capitalize like this. And in order to use this syntax, I have to, let's just hide this node modules away. Here's our package.json file. I just need to put one line in here to tell it I'm using this more modern syntax. I put type module. You may remember we put something very similar in our index.html file in the script block, and it was doing exactly the same thing as this. So now I can run this program a second time, and we can see it works using this modern syntax. So that's that. I'm going to bring this lesson to a close, and then we'll look in the next lesson. We'll go back to our web application, and we'll see how we set about using Node packages there. So I'll see you then.